going to talk about extended warranties. Many people like the peace of mind of having an extended warranty. It gives them some comfort to know that if something goes wrong with the car they're purchasing, and generally these are offered on used cars, that it's going to be taken care of. There's nothing to worry about. And often the person selling the car to you will say, well, we can offer this warranty to you and you don't have to worry about anything. It's $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 and you're covered for X amount of time, next 3 years. You don't have to worry about anything. If something breaks, you're covered. So do these really offer the peace of mind that most people think? And I say not always. First of all, I think these are actually not warranties in the true sense of what a warranty is. They're more like breakdown insurance. It's a policy that covers you in the event of something breaking, and they're very specific as to which components they cover. A vehicle warranty, the one that you get when you buy a car, it's offered by the manufacturer, and I think that they have a different interest in mind than the warranty company does, a so-called warranty company. The manufacturer, say Ford for instance, they're going to offer a warranty saying, we guarantee this car is going to be problem-free for the next 3 years. If there's anything wrong with it, we're going to fix it for you. And they're doing so partly in good faith. They want you to buy another Ford product down the road. I mean, that's the theory if everything works out. Whereas a third-party warranty company has no vested interest at all. All they do is they sell the warranty, they make their money by paying the least amount of money out in claims. So is it necessarily bad to buy an extended warranty? Well, no. It's really a matter of doing your research first. And I think, the biggest thing is, what kind of car are you buying? Are you buying a car that's known to be very reliable, such as a Toyota or a Honda? Very few things go wrong with these cars. They're very predictable. If you buy a 3-year-old Toyota, chances are nothing's going to go wrong with that car for the next 10 years. The odd case something will, but it's really for the warranty company, they probably make a fair decent amount of money on these policies. If you're buying something like a BMW or Mercedes, well, more stuff goes wrong. I'm not saying they're bad cars, but they're just more complex, more things go wrong. So that might be a car you want to look at for a warranty. The third thing to look at is who can fix your car. Most third-party warranties will allow you to take it to a shop of your choice, but there are some that specify only a specific either independent shop or dealership. So it's important to look at that. If you don't care where you go, well then great, but if not, I think it's really important to know who can fix it. Especially if you happen to be out of town somewhere and your vehicle breaks down, you don't want to have it towed back 500 miles to get it fixed. So it's really important to look at the fine print in a warranty, what's covered and what's not. Now first off, maintenance items are never covered. So things like oil and filter changes, air filters, cabin air filters, brake pads and rotors are not covered, clutches are not covered. These are considered wear out items, so these items are not covered. Now I say brake pads and rotors are not covered, but a lot of them they'll cover calipers, they'll cover anti-lock brake components, wheel speed sensors and certain things, but the main things that the wear out parts are not covered. A lot of warranties, you have to follow your manufacturer's maintenance schedule. There's some that actually have a ridiculous schedule of oil changes have to be done in a certain amount of time, and you have this tight window, and if you do anything wrong, they'll void the warranty coverage. Especially on the engine part of it, say something were to develop. Some other items that aren't covered that surprise people sometimes are things like fluids. If you have sometimes say the radiator needs to be replaced, a lot of times they won't cover fluids. Also, diagnostics are not usually covered as well. So say there's a problem with the engine, it's not running right, you will have to pay for the diagnosis, and some will reimburse you and some won't, but a lot of times they won't cover you for diagnosis. They also won't cover things like a lot of shops charge shop supplies and material environmental fees. They won't cover those items as well. As far as as a shop dealing with warranty companies, I find they can be a little difficult to deal with, and I find they don't necessarily offer the consumer the best service. Many times I've had a transmission failure. What they'll do is they'll insist on the transmission being torn apart. They'll have an assessment done and find out what the actual failed part is, and then they'll just replace that particular piece. Now, on an automatic transmission, generally when something fails, the whole unit has to be disassembled. So while you're in there are standard components that are replaced, like clutch discs and items that are, basically the transmission's overhauled complete, so you don't have another problem for a long time. But the warranty company won't do that. They'll only pay to take it apart, fix the one piece, and put it back together. So it's up to you as to whether you want to spend the extra money to really have what I consider to be a proper job. And most people do. But there are many instances where they won't cover things fully. Another item they often won't cover, things like coolant hoses, which is kind of ridiculous because often hoses will last longer than things like water pumps, but for some reason they won't cover them. There's an added level of bureaucracy in dealing with a warranty company, which can tend to slow the repair process down because first of all we have to diagnose it, we have to get authorization from the warranty company. And often, if there's a major repair, they'll actually send an inspector out to actually look at it before they actually say yes or no. So this can delay the process of your repair by a couple of days. So in conclusion, should you buy a warranty or shouldn't you? Well, first of all, my biggest thinking on this is don't let someone sell you a warranty as it's an end-all solution, complete peace of mind. You've spent $2,000 or $4,000 and you don't have to worry about anything on your car, because the answer is that's not true. You will have to spend some money and a lot more than your deductible generally to have repairs done. Really do your research, find out what kind of car you're buying, and just look at yourself. What kind of risk tolerance do you have? Do you want to plunk down $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 on a warranty with some peace of mind, or do you want to just take a chance and see what happens? Because a lot of times nothing does.